Melody definitely has a strong support system. It seems like Melody's Shari has reached her breaking point, and this time she's not fighting alone. After months of silence and humiliation, Melody is making her biggest move yet. She's bringing in powerhouse attorney Lisa Bloom to go after Martell Holt following shocking claims that he's been spreading her private videos and trying to damage her reputation. But here's where things take an even darker turn. Because what started as a messy breakup is now spiraling into a full-blown legal war that could shake love and marriage. Huntsville to its core. For years, fans have watched Melody and Martell's story play out like a modern-day tragedy. Love, betrayal, and now revenge. But Melody has finally decided that enough is enough. After everything Martell has allegedly done, she's taking back her power and she's ready to show the world that she won't be anyone's victim. It got to a point where I hadn't felt the spiritual release yet from God for me to move forward. And there were times when I would cry and I would be like, God, how much longer? Like, how much more of this am I supposed to take? Like, when is when? When can I walk away? Because I'm a firm believer that you don't move. And that's with anything, relationship, friendship, business, whatever. You don't move until God says move. Hence, my God said go merchandise line that I ended up creating. But when God says go, there are no second thoughts. There are no what ifs. There aren't any regrets. And for me, that release happened after I had my daughter. Now, you couldn't have told me that when I was pregnant with her, that we weren't moving in the right direction, and that things were going to be amazing because I thought that they were. But after I had her, I still remember them putting us in our room, and I got in the shower and I just started crying and I felt the feeling of it is finished. And with Lisa Bloom stepping in, this isn't just a personal fight anymore. It's about setting an example for every woman who's ever been disrespected and silenced by someone who once claimed to love her. But what nobody expected was how deep this scandal would go. Because it's not just about Melody and Martell anymore. The entire Huntsville crew is being pulled into the chaos. From Letitia Scott's jaw-dropping confessions to Miss Wanda's outrageous threats. Everyone's picking sides, and fans are wondering who's telling the truth and who's trying to protect their own secrets before they explode. Anything else you'd like to say? Yes. Your husband has made these false statements about Marcel. How do you know they're false? 'Cause I know they're false. How do you know they're false? Are they real? That's neither here nor there for me to say. Okay, now let's rewind because to understand how we got here, you have to go back to where it all began. When Melody and Martell first appeared on Love and Marriage Huntsville, they seemed like the perfect couple. Business partners, parents, and dreamers chasing success together. They've built their brand on love, ambition, and family unity. But behind the cameras, their marriage was already cracking. Martell's infidelity wasn't just a rumor. It was a shadow that followed them through every season. Melody tried to hold it together for her children and her image, but betrayal has a way of poisoning everything it touches. Their split was one of the most emotional and public divorces reality TV has ever seen. It wasn't just about cheating. It was about control, pride, and humiliation. Elle has a matching BMW with somebody and is not his wife. Melody opened up about how she struggled to rebuild herself after discovering Martell's long-term affair with Arian Curry. And even after the divorce papers were signed, the bitterness didn't fade. Instead, it turned into a new kind of war I fought through social media posts, interviews, and accusations. Martell, who once portrayed himself as a devoted father and businessman, started spiraling. His behavior grew more erratic, more defensive, and at times downright cruel. He accused Melody of being unfit as a mother, of breaking their family apart. All while fans could see that he was the one unable to let go of the power he once had over her. But here's the twist. What nobody expected was that Martell's anger would allegedly go so far as to invade Melody's privacy in the worst possible way. According to multiple reports, Martell began sharing private videos. Intimate moments that should have stayed between two adults with others in his circle. Can you be real with someone when they don't want to hear the real anyway? Some say he even used those clips to try to embarrass Melody, to paint her in a certain light, or to make her look weak. And it didn't stop there. Allegedly, he even dragged Arian, the same woman who helped destroy his marriage, into his revenge games, showing others content that violated both women's privacy. Fans were shocked, but Melody, she was heartbroken and furious. The woman who had once tried to move on quietly was suddenly thrown into a storm of humiliation. She'd spent years rebuilding her peace, focusing on her music, her businesses, and her children. But seeing her private life weaponized against her was the final straw. Melody decided she wasn't going to fight this one alone. Enter Lisa Bloom. If that name sounds familiar, it's because Lisa Bloom is no ordinary attorney. She's known nationwide for defending women whose privacy has been violated. The same lawyer who's taken on powerful corporations, celebrities, and media empires. She doesn't just fight for money. She fights for accountability and justice. By bringing Lisa Bloom on board, Melody sent a message loud and clear. This isn't just another reality TV scandal. This is a case of revenge, violation, and power abuse. Melody isn't just suing Martell to make him pay. She's standing up for every woman who's been shamed or silenced by an ex who thought he could destroy her. Lisa Bloom's involvement changes everything. Her legal team specializes in cases involving revenge content, defamation, and exploitation. That means if the allegations against Martell are true, he could face serious legal and financial consequences. Not to mention the damage to his already fragile public image. But the drama doesn't end there. Because while Melody is lawyering up, other cast members are adding fuel to the fire. During a recent interview with Carlos King, Letitia Scott dropped a bombshell that left fans speechless. She claimed that Martell's behavior wasn't a surprise to her, that people within their circle had known about his actions for a while. According to Letitia, some cast members even whispered about those private videos being shared long before the story hit the blogs. She didn't name names, but the implication was clear. Some of the Huntsville crew might have known about this all along and stayed silent. That revelation changed everything, because now it wasn't just about Martell's alleged actions. It was about who else might have looked the other way. If people around them knew what was happening and didn't say a word, that raises questions about loyalty, ethics, and what people are willing to ignore for the sake of fame. Letitia's words caused chaos online. Fans flooded her comment sections, asking why she didn't speak up sooner. Some accused her of trying to save face now that the story had blown up. Others believed she was finally exposing the truth after being tired of covering for the men on the show. Either way, her confession added another layer of betrayal to an already explosive situation. And then Miss Wanda entered the chat. Letitia's outspoken mother, known for stirring drama every time she speaks, wasted no time defending Martell. She claimed Melody's legal move was an overreaction and warned that Martell could file a countersuit. In Wanda's words, if Melody thinks she's the only one with receipts, she'll better think again. Her comments immediately sent social media into overdrive. Some fans called her out for victim blaming, while others wondered if Wanda was hinting that Martell had his own dirt on Melody that could surface in court. Whether Wanda was bluffing or not, her words added gasoline to an already burning fire. Meanwhile, Martell has been unusually quiet. He hasn't denied the allegations directly, but his social media posts have been filled with cryptic messages about betrayal and fake narratives. Some fans think he's scared. Others believe he's plotting his next move carefully. Knowing that Lisa Bloom's involvement means every detail of his past behavior could soon become public record. And the internet is eating it all up. Blogs like The Shade Room, The Neighborhood Talk, and the Jasmine brand are tracking every twist in this story. Their comment sections are full of debates about who's right, who's wrong, and what's next. Many fans are calling for OWN Network to take action, saying the producers should have stepped in long ago to stop this kind of harassment. Others are defending Melody, praising her for showing strength and protecting herself instead of staying silent. One viral comment summed it up perfectly. Melody's been through enough. This isn't about reality TV anymore. This is about dignity